hope this song ain't too loud.
You-
This tea,
You know tea?
you know where I bought this one? Covent Garden, there's a place called Seven Dials Market, you know the one.
Yeah, let's not.
Every time we go to London, whether I'm with my missus and kids, whether I'm with you lot, I love Seven Dials Market, just want to say.
You know one thing I want to say?
And this tea's from there.
You know
It's a
this?
special tea place.
You know tea? How many questions, how many conversations has this helped or contributed to?
Say gala.
You know when you have a cup of tea and you generally sit down and reflect and chat. So Kaka, we're sat outside. Having a nice-
Look how fast I drank it. Thandi ho gayi.
We're having a nice cuppa or a brew. We're sat outside, lovely fire on, and a topic that we've spoken about so much, we can't stop talking about, simple as that. Mental wellness, mental health. So since you've done 2 songs, Nita, Mandi Bumari, I think we've amplified this subject more and more within
Mental
our
health.
organisation. We've probably amplified it more and more in sort of what we want to project, or you project. Let's keep it a bit more
No,
real.
yeah.
It has really been something that I suppose for over years we've dealt with our own, let's be honest, and we still will. And we've probably had more people reach out over the years because they're looking for a way out to serve their mind and get their mind in a better place.
Yeah.
Why is Sikhi so quiet on this? We've had people come to us, let's be open, don't want the family to know. Don't want the family, this person's going through it. And because of that, they can't deal with this and they're having substance issues and all of these subjects. Why is it a fragmented or not spoken about and almost embarrassing in Sikhi? Or in our, not Sikhi, in our community?
That is a mad question. They're all mad questions. It's very deep.
Yes.
There's so many layers to answer this. So one layer is, it's all about from which perspective I'm answering it. So if I get really, really angry, there's a plane going over our head.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get angry. Why do Sikhs behave in a certain way? It goes down there. Mental health, problems in your mind is very personal to an individual.
Yeah.
We see a lot of collective causes. I'll put this down now. We see a lot of collective causes, pantic measures, pantic issues.
Yeah.
Everyone gets together. Everyone gets together.
Yeah,
you
100%.
see collectively on social media now, it's very easy for the politically, like you see even in politics in the UK, where everyone quickly jumps on a bandwagon and they are trying to fix some sort of problem, yeah? Whether it's immigration, whether it's in the punt, it's whatever it is,
Yeah,
the current situation.
It's in your face. Let's put it that way.
So what I'm saying is, you said the questions on mental health.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Why in Sikhi is it such a taboo? We don't want to talk about it. We want to hide it.
I don't think it's a taboo now. Shall I tell you what it is? Well, it is a taboo. It is a taboo as well. What my point is, what I was saying, that collectively, as Sikhs, before we go into the mental health of ourselves, I seem to see a big problem where everyone is just together with one problem. They're like, there's a problem over there.
Yeah.
Let's all go there. I'll give you an example. Politically, UK immigration, everyone's talking about immigration. It's media. Media's like going over this. Yeah. For example, when Sidhu Moosewala passed away, everyone was thinking about that. Now when Rajveer Jawanda passed away, everyone's talking about it. So collectively, we see all these problems on social media. But going back to mental health, how I'm linking it to that, I'm saying, what is anybody going to look into their own head, into their own mind, and talk about when no one ever seems to talk about the problems they're having within themselves? Like, I've got problems in me, but I won't ever want to bring them out because it's a problem.
Yes.
But we all talk about society's problems. Oh, this party's this, that party's that.
Really true.
But during million, the problem here, who talks about that? Who talks individually? And then only when someone breaks down, you hear about it.
Yeah.
But everyone is having a problem. Every single person on the planet has a problem. There's no question about it. If you say, nah, I ain't got no problem, yes, you have. Somebody has got a problem unless you are in tune and thinking about the highest power there ever was, there ever will be. If you're totally in search and pursuit of that and looking for that, then you might have no reason to think of a problem because you realize how irrelevant we are. But if you're not in that thinking, and which some people will know, this is also referred to as naam, because you to enter that thinking of that supreme divine realm, whatever you want to call it, you have to enter through a name tag. Otherwise, how are you going to, your mind works with language.
Yeah.
How's it going to call the tag of that one that has no tag other than Naam?
Yeah.
So unless you're in that realm where you're thinking, talking, resonating, and constantly just holding on to that thought of God, Naam, then you're going to be in a problem. You're going to have a mental health problem. You're going to have a political problem. You're going to have a panthic problem. I'm getting angry now, so I'm throwing wood at this, and I will throw wood when I get angry at the fire. But so, I'm saying you're going to have problem. Everyone's got problems because Naam de naal vichhoda pੈ janda. We forget, and I'm very frustrated with this, that we forget, right? And once you have truly, what's the word here? I don't want to look like we're sort of any special people and we are preachers in any way, because we're bad guys. Remember, we always say that we're bad guys. We're singers, we're not, like, you know, we have a bit too much of a laugh sometimes. I
think we're true. We're not trying to put out to the world that we're holy men. That's the very nature.
No, definitely not holy, definitely. But what it is what my point here is that if you forget the name tag of that one, then there's a problem with everyone. And so no one's going to talk about their mental health because they're all in a problem. And they don't want to talk about it because all you teddy from Hankar, you don't want to mention your problems because it's our ego wants to stay, we're okay. It's all coming from the body jaw.
Yeah, and you know what? You've said something really true there. You've just said something about ego. Yeah, and I've had a few conversations. I think we were with an individual, 2 days ago? And we sat there for hours and we talked about ego. And we said everyone's got one.
Yeah.
No doubt that it's going to be sitting within everyone. But how do we address this issue of the ego? How do we actually get to a point that, you know what, we break a few barriers here and say to people, this ego is your killer. If you don't address it now, it's always going to be your killer.
You know what it is? I don't know what people can do. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what people can do. We can only talk about how we've come across it.
So let me change it a little bit.
Yeah.
How does Kaka Monwalia comes into a issue, a problem?
Yeah.
Because like we said, all of us have it. Me, you, every person behind that screen, whether it's Rocky, Jelly, who are standing right in front of me, anyone, Kaka Monwalia has a problem. Forget what the problem is. How do you, not how would you in the now or how have you in the past got through that problem? No problem. Elaborate.
There's no problem.
So when a worldly problem falls into your mindset or in front of your very eyes, say no problem, elaborate. What do you mean no problem?
So my deep self, your deep self, anyone's deep self either believes there is a problem or there is no problem. Since the day we have discovered the Shabad of the Guru, and we have applied it, and when I say applied, I'm not saying we're anything special, no, I'm saying Pella Shabad nu sonna. Sonna podi hai. Fe Shabad nu manna. So once you've heard the Guru say, Hukam andar sab ko bahar hukum na koi, that means for the rest of your life, underneath yourself, no problem. It doesn't mean you're not going to lose it one day and you're going to get frustrated because you've got a flat tire. Maybe someone might. But to be honest with you, I don't think you will. Even if you have a flat tire, it's going to be, you automatically are on the solving of the problem because there is no problem.
Yeah.
Right? Where it is going to become a problem for all of us, and I feel this for me, is where we're emotionally attached to family, friends. Yeah. We can't deal with everything. We can deal with a flat tire. We can deal with a big problem out there. We can even deal with financial problems or whatever, yeah? The hard one is when you get a problem with which is you're emotionally attached to. So emotionally, jidda dilon, you are attached. So if it's to do with your family, it's to do with your friends, and people losing people in bereavements, that's very, very hard. I can't say no problem on that because that is one that is hard to overcome. And I think everyone's fear is somewhere is linked to death of not only themselves, but their loved ones.
Yep.
So to say there's no problem there, any balani bakshi mara ne sanu, and only one example comes to me of one supreme being who said no problem in the harshest of situations, and that was Dasam Pasha Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, when all of their family, they proved it they had no problem. I can't say they had no problem. They loved, they cared, they would have smiled, they would have been emotionally the most beautiful of caring humans that ever walked this earth, is what we are reading and we are taught and we believe. Yeah.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, they also would have felt emotion. They would have felt emotional pain. They would have felt it because they were humans. They say themselves in all their writings that you read in Guru Granth Sahib's writings that don't refer to me as God. Whoever calls me as God thinks I'm the embodiment of God, which so many Sikhs do.
Yeah, yeah.
So many people, including us when we were younger, we just thought that was God. The Guru Granth Sahib is God, Guru Nanak Dev Ji is God. And we were misled by no education,
Yeah.
ignorance, misled by ignorance on our own gurus. And my plea, now that we're talking about the people, my plea to the people is, you know what, really get to learn Sikhi. I've said this in a few podcasts we've done before.
Yeah.
You must learn the truth of the gurus and understand who the gurus were. And if you can't learn that and research that, what the hell are you going to learn and leave in this life? If you don't want the tips of the guru, then you are going to be way worse off in your life. So no problem for me when I think of problems. I think no problem, but I haven't got the level 100%. I'm not even close to my guru.
So
but my guru, his 4 children went. They were executed, murdered, used whatever terminology you want to make it understand. Their mother, their father, and so much more, their friends, everything. Yeah. And I'm not saying they would have said no problem, but what it is for them is they were so auto-accepting in Hukam, so auto, like, even through emotion, they're like, let's do what we need to do. Guru Arjan Dev Ji on the Tati Tavi, no problem. Let's sit on this Tati Tavi. Is that what you want to do? Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, no problem. Take my head off. That is another level. And I'm saying my biggest frustration to our Sikhs out there is, you're our brothers and sisters, you're our families. Guys, sometimes get away from all the political noise. Yeah, even in our religion.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this from my heart. Get away from all the political noise as a collective of Sikhs, that we all need to be doing this more. We all need to be doing this more. We need more Sikhs. I'm saying let's get away from that for a minute, and on an individual level, learn what the gurus were saying, because we'll then start to see all these Sikhs are going around saying, no problem. No problem, no problem. Everyone's basically saying no problem. And I don't know what the question was, but...
Well, I'm going to just slightly change things. You just said something there that just hit me, and I just thought, Guru Arjan Dev Ji sat on a Tatti Tavi, recited Gurbani.
Look at this fire here.
Yeah, recited the words.
Yeah, I learnt this trick at school. I'll put my hand through fire like that. If you keep your hand open, it's put smoke on it, but the air, it never burns you. But if you close it, it'll burn you. So for kids watching at home,
I don't really want them to try that at home, to be honest. but talk about the mindset of our guru at that point, and you talk about death, and then you talk about how supreme they were. There was no fear. They recited Shabad. Now you look at, a death in our community. I'm not, like you said, it's not easy. How do we change the whole narrative of death?
We're losing, generation by generation, we are losing a huge floor, if you like, a floor of knowledge. So if you think of an analogy of a skyscraper, and from the top down, when a generation is passing, for example, our grandparents, you lost 10 floors, I feel, of the original Sikhi, which we had, the closest we had to it. Then in our parents' generation, when they go, or they've gone, we lost another 10. We're losing another 10 floors of the original Sikhi.
Yes.
Our time we go, we lose another 10. So there's a chain that is of passing of this knowledge of Sikhi.
Yeah.
And from day one, it was so pure. Obviously, that's where it come from the gurus.
Yeah.
But as time's gone on, we've been losing these levels. So the purity of Sikhi, in my opinion, is getting less and less and less, because we're losing them generations. And how much knowledge we see these Siane now, una di Sharda dekho, what they do, how they done it, in our generations, we know it's pretty obvious, right? We're not going to have that. So what's happening from the Guru's times, we're losing it in learning through our eyes and ears, through learning through, from our parents and our grandparents. We learn being taught. So who's actually going to the Shabad and learning direct? Not many. And what's happening, people say, I can't understand Gurbani, I can't understand it. Oh no, it don't mean this. There's so many problems. It's because they're not going direct to the source and they're not trying. Regardless of if someone says it's too hard, regardless of you think it's too hard, if you give up on trying to understand Gurbani direct, even if it's through Romanized or whatever you want to do, then you are losing so much data through generations that have gone. So you're just left with what you've got around you. That's where you're going to learn from. But they're going, problems getting worse.
I was just about to say, based on that, would you say the ability to deal with death in our community and the world's got worse?
But before you get to that, luckily for us, we are pointing to one place. Like if somebody asks me now, we want to learn, bro, how do we learn? And people come to me, you can't learn from me. I can't teach this. I'm talking about it. Go direct. Go direct to the Shabad, and now you're missing out. That skyscraper we're talking about, it's just losing floors of the genuine Sikhi. You're going straight to the full skyscraper, the Guru Granth Sahib. You're going straight to Guru Nanak Dev Ji's pen and their hand. You're going straight to Guru Gobind Singh Ji's hand and their pen. So why are we not doing that? And this whole shebang, you see this candle, this snail that we put here.
That. That's going up, isn't it?
This drama that we're doing all here is just so you watch this. But the true thing is, if you do not go to the Shabad, whoever you are, whoever this is going to reach, then why would you not go straight to the biggest? If you got the Burj Khalifa, why would you go to the broken little flat down there of knowledge, which is, I'm saying, just learning from generational talk? Forget generational talk, go to the Shabad. And if you don't understand, start your journey, start your labor of love and go and learn what it means. Whether you can read Gurmukhi, whether you can speak Punjabi, whatever language you are referring to, if you're deaf, I don't know, right? If you go to the source, I'm telling you, you'll clock all the problems in the world. Not saying I have, but the Gurus did. The Gurus did, and we can learn from their inspiration.
So would you say with this, and where Sikhi is, the ability to deal with death, do you actually think it's gone the other way?
Yes, 100%. People don't know how to do it. It's a shocker. Death is a shocker for everyone. Such a shocker, it is just uncomprehendable for everyone I see and I deal with. They cannot comprehend this, and they look to us. Now, at Dharamseva, we've had this, you can talk about SIMWEP and the projects that you're running and stuff. And from the songs we've made, for example,
you talked about Mandi Bumari,
people have started to reach out to us, and it's happening so much now. I'll just turn my phone off. It's happening so much, and this is our mission. And we're not artists, like I said before. Although I am an artist, and I'm really getting in touch with my artist side. You know this. I'm not an artist. The minute I'm not in the studio, I'm not singing, I don't feel I'm an artist. I don't feel anything like.
But I think you're aware. I think you're aware of how big this. Whether you are an artist or not, the delivery of this for what we're doing is.
What I mean is, like, I don't feel I'm an artist as soon as I'm not doing the artist.
I get
I'm not performing or I'm not doing whatever. I'm the brother of everyone, and that's how every Sikh is in the world. He's the brother or sister. Sari dunya sarbat da pala. We are the brothers and sisters of everyone, bar none. There's no one, we can't say, but not Muslims, I'm not their brothers.
But
I'm not the Hindus because...
But that's the very essence of ik.
There's no, you can't pick and choose who you want to do your Sikhi to, who you want to shoot with Sikhi, who you don't. The whole world, and what it comes down to is the games of the music industry, film industries, every industry, they're just work. People do that for work, and they work up a level. We're nowhere near what other people do, but we are making music, singing, I'm singing, doing whatever, composing. I love the composing element, writing the lyrics. I'm writing those lyrics, and they are all for the purpose of my brothers and sisters, and we serve our brothers and sisters. That's what Dharamseva has been doing for 15 years. We are not here for ourselves, truly. So that's why, like we were doing this music, a lot of people asking me, when's your next song coming out? And we've got some good news on that. I got one of the biggest legends I'm working with at the moment. You know it is.
You know what? You just touched on that.
I don't want to say it.
I was in the studio when we had the initial chat and the calls on the phones and all of that.
How now I feel like an artist working with him.
Yes. I want you to give a snippet.
Oh, of the song.
Maybe you don't even have to sing it. I'd like you to.
Why don't people mention the song? Yeah, I can. Yeah. It'll come to my mind then. Okay, then even there.
Leak hoya.
You mentioned the leak before, but you shouldn't. But it's okay. It's okay.
But what I want to understand is I
won't sing the composition.
No, the first line of it. What is it?
Tere andar hi Rabb vasda. The new song's going to be coming soon. Tere andar hi Rabb vasda. Tere andar hi Rabb vasda. Sara ra ohi dasda. Sara ra ohi dasda. Ithe ek pal da nahi kuch bhi pata. Kal da nahi kuch bhi pata. Chakran vich kyun fasda. Tere andar hi Rabb vasda.
So go to there. Just give me, because it fits in with exactly what we're talking about here. Just give us a little overview of those lines. Just a little overview.
So you know how I haven't written many songs this year.
Yeah.
I did Zindagi Purani Tere Haath Nahi Aani with Aman.
Yeah.
Aman here. And then it's been a bit of a journey this year for me because we're trying to we got the charity stuff running.
Yeah,
Let's just do a charity update in this at the same time.
Yeah, we will.
So the charity got notice for Mandi Bumari. I don't know if you want to...
Yeah, and I'll go on to that. So yeah, but we'll go back to what Kaka just sang about. But yeah, there's a charity update. So Mandi Bumari, Kaka picked a very real subject. Yeah, and I keep touching on it. And we got loads of feedback. A lot of people reaching out. I'm going to go through without anonymously, is the right word, on why people reached out. Some of the things we had. But it got us ticking. At the beginning of the year, I just sat with Kaka and we were doing more and more vajad with ourselves, with others who have reached out. And I just thought, we need to do more. What do we do here? So we sort of started thinking outside the box, reaching out to people and saying, okay, how do we take this further? So you people may have seen it online, they may not have. We got in touch with the National Lottery. We've got a new program that's very much active. SIMWEP, Sikhs in Mental Wellness Program. It's a program that, like I said with the song, and it wasn't, let's just do something because it's nice to do it and not follow through. So I said to people, reach out. And I genuinely meant that. And then this program is only enhancing it. We want to do more and more discussions with people. We're going to start in our area more, Leamington and Warwick and the surrounding areas to begin with. We got so much contact after your song, Mandi Bumari.
Yeah.
So much.
Hit ho gaya gaana, hit.
And it was hits for the right reason. The song was a hit. Let's just be really clear. It was a hit.
No, when we say hit as in...
It had traction.
It did well for us.
Yeah, for us. Okay.
But like on Instagram.
It had, especially Instagram. It had traction. People reached out. And people reached out from individuals, but also to establishments.
On this, sorry, I keep interrupting him. You know what it is? From the first song we done, which is very small in the context of the music world. These guys are massive out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing so many big things, much bigger artists than us, yeah. That many people are getting to see what we're doing. That's like massive for us. We love it.
Mind blowing.
Oh, I love it. You know what it is? When I'm put on Instagram now, and like Instagram's a place that's popping for us, yeah?
Yeah.
And the fact that we're actually able to touch and, there's so many comments on my... Have you seen the speeches?
Yeah.
There's six, I don't know, you have to tell me, Younger, there's about 6.7 thousand comments. And they're all,
they're all saying? Mind-blowing.
Most of them are saying, Why Guru. And it started off some chain where they're just going, Why Guru. Everyone just typing, Why Guru. I'm like, what the hell?
But look, we talk about Naam there, and that's taking you close to the one, that supreme message.
Some people say, I don't quite believe in this too much. When I say believe in it, I don't apply any thought to this. They say, it does come in Gurbani though. Je tusi avar japai, I think in Sukhmani Sahib, I can't remember the shabad at the top of my head. It's not coming to me. Khalsa, come here quick. We'll tell you the shabad tonight. Quick. What's the shabad in, it's in Sukhmani Sahib, avar japai. Quickly pull it out. Huh? I think it's avar japai, the one who makes others jump naam. Aap japai. This is our rev. Come here, Wikipedia. Idhar Sikhi to the max. Khalsa's coming. He knows this kid. this kid, you know, we're trying to bring him in on here. He's Blue Lion Films, yeah. He's with
Love,
us.
amazing Shardan love for.
We're trying to
Sikhi.
bring him like on the podcast. I've been saying to him, but nah, you can't film me.
He ain't coming on now either.
We do a lot of vichars with him, and he's 22 years old, and he is studying Sikhi with such a passion and purity that we learn from him.
It's
I'm 44, he's
inspiring.
22. And his mind, he soaks shabads, he resonates in them all the time. So, you know, going after your question, how can people deal with mental health and how do you come on the path? What that young man's doing, it's that labour of love. It bhakti, you know, bhakti is basically through love. And if God is God, the divine, Allah, Ram, Vaheguru, whatever you want to call it, him, her, she, he. Some people kick off what you say he for, oh God.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different perceptions.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you can like really make this the priority in your life, as in above everything, it's got to be above your kids, parents, wife. You got to be able to give everything up, because the Guru gave everything up for everyone, for everything. They gave everything at the highest level. You know what I mean? Yeah,
100%.
I was like, come closer a bit. So what I'm saying is, if you want to advance on this path, and I take inspiration from him, and I do see this in myself when I come into Sikhi, you know, in 2009, and it's never ever changed, and it's the same with you. This guy has been working with me, and again, I'm not saying this to big ourselves up. We know we're great anyway. We don't need to big us up. We don't need any extra encouragement. But the naivety to some level, the innocence as well, in ourselves, that we have, since we come into Sikhi, that we are in love with Sikhi. We are 100%. In love with everything to do with the Gurus. Yeah, there's no question about that. Yeah,
there isn't.
We're not saying that so you guys.
No, it's just true.
I'm saying it to myself. I'm saying it to myself to remind myself nothing matters more. And sometimes you can forget.
Get lost in the world.
How important your Sikhi is, and you can get lost in the world as well. But what happens is, once you've fallen in love, you can't fall out of love.
No.
You see what I mean? Once you've fallen in love with Sikhi, truly, and I'm saying the one who falls in love,
you know, you just said, sorry, I'm going to stop you on this point. There's something you said that is so intriguing there. You said the word, when you fall in love,
I'm going to get me that water.
It's so hard to come out of it. Yeah, you're truly in love, innit?
Let's put a quote here. When you fall in love with Sikhi.
That's what I was going to say. The only true love is Sikhi. Now we see, again, going back to Bumaris, and being able to deal with people going to relationships, death, and that love is so true, and they find it so hard when there's a split there.
You know, we've been taught, Khalsa.
Oh, that's flying.
We've been taught, by our ancestors. Sorry to interrupt you,
No, go on.
It's got to be angry with the black magic crew who believe in all that rubbish, Our Guru taught us physically. They sat on a plate. You put a plate on here, and they said, let me sit on here, and I'm going out of this world. They sat on a plate of here, Tatti Tavi. I have to mention it, right? I have to mention it.
Yeah.
Oi, Rocky, gal suno. Look what I'm saying, Guru Arjan Dev Ji sat. They got up and they sat on a tavi, a plate, and this was directly underneath them. And do you know how much more potent force there would have been? Do you think they would have tortured?
I'm struggling to sit here, and I'm sitting like this, never mind anything else.
Yeah, but do you think they would torture with this amount of wood? Do you think how much they had under them? So you just imagine seeing a human going through that. What I'm saying is, if our Guru sat on there and had that mindset, what are we going into? What is life? Anything to do in life? When we got the documents, the documentation of those who had that mindset. What are we doing? What are we arguing about? What are we worried about?
You know, when you say it like that, you don't even know how to comment.
Yeah, so that's my point here. My point is, that is, you know, we talk about Sikhi. You mentioned Sikhi, and you said, how do you fall? Your question, to bring this background, was how do you fall out of love? Did we say? No, we had a question. What was the question? You said it was to do with Sikhi.
Yeah.
That's why I'm mentioning this thing.
Yeah. We said, how do we make sure Sikhi has that effect on us? Ultimately, how does it get us through this?
So, once you fall in love with Sikhi, and how's that going to happen? This content we're serving you hopefully pushes you towards that. There's content out there for, I was going to say millions, hundreds of years in Kirtan, recordings, in audios, maybe hundreds of years. I don't know how the oldest recording is of Kirtan that we got, but we know instruments represent sound. They'll push you towards like Sikh culture, Sikh attire, Sikh culture, language, music. That will all push you, as a born Sikh person. It'll all push you towards one thing and one thing only. It leads to. Let's cut all the headache out for people. The only thing in Sikhi, this is a message for the whole Sikh world. And you can crucify me, you can kill me. This is what I've been taught to believe, and I'm just saying this with so much passion because I want people to know this is the truth, and every Sikh actually knows this. You know, real Sikhs, this is like 100% they'll agree with you, what I'm saying. And what I'm saying here is that all these other things, the culture, the other side, the political side, the rules, the regulations, whatever you want to say, everything about Sikhi pushes, like these cultures and everything, pushes one towards one thing in the end. And that's because the Gurus have told us only ever push to this one area. If you want to fall in love with Sikhi, it's going to happen from here. This is everything. And that one thing is, it should be no surprise here, but I feel this might be a surprise to some people, but it shouldn't be. And that is the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Now, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is your Guru who you are dying for, because everyone's got a problem. And if you want to go to your Gurdwara, like people go there and they do blind Ardaases. I totally understand the devotion and respect that 100%. I've done it myself. I used to talk to statues when I was a bloody kid. I mean, right? So people go to the Gurdwara, they do Ardaas. People go to the Gurdwara and they go because they feel we got to do this Guru Di Sardaj. The only reason to go to a Gurdwara, the only reason to go to a Gurdwara should be to learn from the ink on that paper, which was written from Guru Nanak Dev Ji through to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and where it was told, this is your Guru. This ink, when you unravel this in your mind to understand it, the Guru is saying, I will teach you. I will teach you direct. You got my number direct, kid. I will teach you direct when this ink on this paper unravels in your brain. Not your brain, your mind.
I'm just going to divert something.
That's how you fall in love with Sikhi. That's how you fall in love with Sikhi.
You said something there, and I asked someone this question 2 days ago. I said, if the physical form of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj was in front of you now, what would you ask? The person looked at me and said, so much. And they were like, didn't know where to start and were almost like perplexed by it. I said, those questions, why aren't you taking them to Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Shabad Guru, Guru Shabad. But I want you to you touched on a Shabad and then you sort of stopped from Sukhmani Sahib and you were going to ask Khalsa. What was the reasoning behind it? Because what they say is if you help somebody else remember, it come from, we were talking about the comments. They say if you let someone else, the Guru says, if ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਾਉਂਗੇ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ the fal, if you like, meaning the bounty, I don't know, what's the word fal? Yeah, like the reward is massive. Like some Shabads they say, the sone de mandir chadone. You know, imagine donating a whole mandir of gold. Wow. Yeah. Think of, you know, the reward you would get from God in that philosophy. The Guru's saying, Je duje nu naam japona. As in, if you get someone else to connect with a naam, it's the equivalent of donating these gold temples, But the point being here, in the analogy basis, if you look at it, what the Guru's basically saying is not about we're going to get loads of credit in and we're going to have a skyscraper house with a beach because you've done that. Oh, you get way more points if you do this to get God points. It's not that. What the Guru's saying is, the reward is going to be so big for you because you're actually teaching yourself. You're actually talking. You're telling. I'm only talking to you now because I'm telling my man, because my man needs to remember this, and I'm constantly talking to myself. So you only ever teach yourself. Your own ears are listening. But if you believe you're teaching someone else, that's ignorance, and the Gurus have made that clear.
And the thing we're doing, it's all about making ourselves better. And there's no hiding this. We're doing this very selfishly to learn ourselves more. We're still learning so much.
And if others are inspired and they work on themselves, then that's beautiful.
To be honest, it's irrelevant. People get inspired. People like what we're doing. We are selfishly learning ourselves. But
if there's a knock on for that,
one thing is for sure, and that is, if you want to fall in love, come all the way back round to the question now. If you want to fall in love with Sikhi, like we're saying, we've got our brother over there, Khalsa, who's currently, he's 22, and he's at that stage in his life much earlier than us. I was 28 when I found that I wanted to change the priority in my life to be all about this. I was 28. It's all about priorities. And if your priority is not this, and it's way down in the pecking order, all you got to do is, it's got to hit you somewhere. I don't know. I've got no answer for how you get into Sikhi. There's no set method. Rabbi janda how, like ikna hukmi baksi sikh hukmi sada bhai hai. Or he connect karda. Rabbi karaunda who's going to connect to Sikhi. But there is a logical thing. If I explain it logically, it's your priority is now, I've seen this world, people are coming, going. We've seen Sidhu Musewala go. I've got a list on my phone.
I remember you having this list.
I was going to bring this up.
Rajvi Jawanda recently, didn't
I've had this for many years, and I get great.
I think it's reality check.
Yeah, sometimes I love reading this. I love reading it. I don't think you're going to see it there. Rocky, you won't see this, will you, on camera? That's too far.
Zoom in, yeah.
Okay, if you zoom in, don't worry about it. Basically, I've got here anyone who's in my family who passed away, anyone who was in my bend when I was a kid, faces I remember who passed away. I add them to the list. Leamington Spa, all the people's relatives, whoever I've ever known, pretty much anyone I've known in Leamington where I'm born, it's all their names. Others long distance who I may have seen. The list goes on. Famous people, this is a great one. I'll read a few to you because you forget these people were even alive. Yeah. I mean, Princess Diana is mentioned more, Queen Mother, Kulwinder Taylor, Kuldeep Manak, Kaka Peningala, Sarjeet Vindrakia, Sony Pavla, Jagjit Singh, Michael Jackson, Gary Speed. It's a mad list. It's all people who I know. Siri Devi, Om Puri, Amresh Puri, Sunil Dutt, Jack Charlton. He's in the middle of there. I don't know why Jack Charlton's in the middle.
He's somewhere as he's been.
Jack Charlton, Dilip Kumar, Keith Chegwin.
Who's that?
Remember Big Breakfast in the mornings? He's been a presenter. We might get Dale Winton, Ultimate Warrior, British Bulldog, Macho Man Randy Savage, Big Boss Man Wrestler, Robin Williams, Barry Chuckle, Kofi Annan, Paddy Ashdown, Qadir Khan, Sabra Kurti, Rishi Kapoor. It's a crazy list. Yeah. Anyone who dies, I'll write it down. I know why. Because you will even forget about these people. They're just
100%. You just said names there, and I'm like, oh my god, that person.
And these kind of things, keep you close. Different spiritual practices keep you close to making sure Sikhi is your number one priority. Death. When people are all over the shop, and it's like, guys, we've not been helped to connect to Guru Granth Sahib. That's the problem. That's a problem for everything.
It is.
Guru Granth Sahib is the fix for everything, and the problem is if you're not connected to it. That's the problem for everything.
The truth is, look, I suppose going on to Kakasag, and I was touching on a new initiative that's come through Dharamseva. It's on the back of Mandi Bumari. We were really contacted. We had a lot of people, like I said, but establishments who got in contact with us. We've launched SIMWEP, Sikhs in Mental Wellness Program, and it's there for people to talk. It's there for people to try and get to the root of their problems, trying to move forward from the problem. And I think Kaka's touched on it now for how long we've been sitting here, Sikhi. We can't reinvent anything. We're not going to fix you in that sense. What we are going to do is give you our practices that help us deal with our problems. And that's going to Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We will try to give you the limited knowledge that's helped us and try and give you an angle. Because the truth is, I was speaking to someone 2 days ago, every problem seems so big at some point. So big that you just think, how do I get out? Yet then Kaka just named some people there who have died. And you just think, can't even remember them. How big is any problem? Death. We talk about it. It's the one guarantee. Someone said to me the other day, people are trying to find a way to be never die. I don't know the word. What do they say? Immortal. So God's only given you one guarantee. And that one guarantee you can't even live with, that you're trying to change. And that's death. Stop fighting it. Just embrace that that is part of life. You do that, it's going to take you a long way in itself. Embrace the death is in everyone's doors. And people say, oh, you can't talk like that. No, we need to talk more like that. That this happens in everyone's life. You're going to see loved ones, family, friends, whoever it might be, go through this. And you have to understand the reality. It's going to happen. And that person's gone. Stop falling into that same zone that you're almost dead yet alive. We have to move in our life and go further forward with Sikhi. And that's why SIMWEP, I'll touch on it again. This cause, this whatever's firing within us to talk, to sing on these subjects, because this experience doesn't come very often. Guru tells us this. Don't fall into these types of places and ruining this experience and getting lost on this experience because you can't cope and you can't find a way out, yet you know it's a guarantee. Death is real. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to happen, but you need to really, really equip yourself in a better way. And the only way you can equip yourself to the best possible way is going to Shabad Guru. Shabad Guru. Kaka touched.
Second that.
Yeah, Kaka touched on Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Look at their approach to death. I'm going to really touch on this because it's something I feel so deep inside my heart. You want inspiration on death, your Guru has given it you. Embraced it. We talk about Bhai Mani Singh Ji getting cut piece by piece. And I think Kaka actually pushed it in the speech for Not Just Fabric, that they said to the executioner, no, don't go from my large joints, go to my small joints. That's how our true, we use the word Sikhs, true Sikh talk death. If you need inspiration, it's out there. You want to know how to deal with death, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Kaka touched on. The harsh reality of death, unfortunately, it's always going to happen. I'm not being cold, I'm being truthful. It's not going to stop. The manner in which people die, they're going to change all the time. It could be a natural disaster. It could be someone killing someone. It could be a disease. It could be the tsunami. I'm not saying it's nice. There's going to be a different reason all the time. But death's death. And I just want people to really take a deep look at, it's the one guarantee, yet we can't deal with it. And I know it's hard. I've had Kaka, I think it's well known, on his 21st birthday, he had one of the biggest deaths in his life. Probably.
There's death, look.
Yeah.
There's the corpses burning, guys.
Yeah. And he's had...
Death kiya is just this fire. Put the body in there, just like that ash there turns into that.
I've spoken about death, and I think I have, and I've
every log's a dead body.
Yeah.
There you go. Burn it, kid. Oh, good. What is that? Go on, carry on. Sorry.
But at what point are you going to truly acknowledge death in the sense that it's going to happen all the time? How many names did he just reel off there? It's going to happen all the time, but at what point are we going to say, you know what, it's hard. Don't want to lose a loved one because attachment's so difficult.
Maran likhai mandal mein aaye. Maran likhai mandal mein aaye. There's a Shabad.
Yeah. And what does that
It's written say? First your death is written. Fir jag mein aaye. Then you come here.
Wow.
So before you even come here, it is written down.
Wow.
The moment he automatically watching too many footballers pointing at the sky.
Yeah.
He who's within, up there is space or Tevio here too. There's nothing wrong with saying that, but
Rabavasta everywhere.
The key thing is going inwards. It is written. Maran khaye mandal mein aaye. Of I double check I don't say anything wrong, because you know what, kei bari shabad galt bhi kya hote hain. He just said, yes, good, it's good. Yeah. We got our own little spell checker.
Verification.
Spell checker. We should have, because you know what, another thing, people read Gurbani and they're very strict on it. And I feel, the strictness on the purity of Gurbani. Like Jiddah, you can't do it like this. oh, you can't do this like this. Oh, you know that around the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, people should be taught from a young age to be so loving towards the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, so loving, so that I taught my kids when I was a kid, when they were kids, to hug the gotka at home. I say hug it every day. I used to make these
practice of love.
After they'd done their part, I say hug it. That's love. You go to the Gurdwara now, it's like the Gyani has to do this, the Granthi has to do this. You're not even allowed to open the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. There's not even initiatives like every week you're going to come and we're just going to open the Guru Granth Sahib Ji for the young guys, the older guys, and we want you to just look and understand, look, actually, I can't moan. You know why? People like us, we got to be doing more. We're doing this. We're trying to do more.
We're trying.
But people, what I'm saying is, the access to the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, even if you can't understand
you know what it is? Even that's become a taboo.
Given.
How much we can go forward to our Guru. You touched on something there, is Ardaas. I'm going to just mention it because it's just come up to me. And when we do Ardaas, you've got to go to a Granthi. You've got to give money. You've got to give money because then you get the best Ardaas. And I just sit here and there's a Shabad that's come into my head and it's Vind boliye sab kich janada. Guru is inside me, creating my very thought, can feel my thought, knows everything that's going through to me. Where is the most pure Ardaas going to come from? Me telling someone else to do it for me, or truly coming from my heart? It's practices, I'm talking religious practices, that where is your true love? We're talking about love. True love is when it comes from your heart and there's an outpouring there of an Ardaas.
You know what it is? With like that Shabad, Bin Bolya Sab Kich Janda. So there's loads of layers to that as well.
Yeah.
So there's the one layer of when we do the Ardaas in the Gurdwara and Granthi does. But what we understand here is that the collective mat of the people who are asking for these Ardaas, it is where it is. They don't know any different. They're not internally in tuned. But when we go deeper into like that Shabad, Bin Bolya Sab Kich Janda, we don't even have to communicate. We do not. Basically what it's saying is, what that Shabad is telling us is Guru saying that Akal Purkh is basically speaking through the Shabad. Yeah, if we listen to the Shabad in detail, Akal Purkh is speaking through this Shabad, saying that I can hear everything, I'm with you all the way, I'm with you, I'm feeling this fire with you, I'm never away from you. When you drink that water, I'm with you. You don't worry about me, I'm here, is what Paramatma is saying in that Shabad to Guru. I think it's Guru Arjan Dev Ji. You have to clarify with our spell checker. I don't know the facts and figures, guys, but what Guru is saying is that Akal Purkh is saying to them that I'm that present in you. I'm with you every single moment of your life. I don't leave you. Akal Purkh is not leaving. Bin bolya, main sab kuch janda. Paramatma, je us pakko dekho. Paramatma keh rahe sanu Guru Maharaj ne likhya. मैं पंजाबी च भी माड़ी जी गल करना बिकॉज सानू इंडिया च भी काफ़ी रिस्पॉन्स सो ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਚੱਲ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਉਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਪਰ ਜੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਡੂੰਘਾਈ 'ਚ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਉਹ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਨਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੈ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਖਾਧੀ ਉਹ ਸਵਾਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਪੀਤੀ ਲਾਈਫ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਸਵਾਦ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਧਾ ਪੀਤਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਐਨੀਥਿੰਗ ਲਾਈਵ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਸੀ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪਲ ਜੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ 'ਚ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਉਹ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ I better speak to Punjabi because I got a bag. They're messaging me, and you know all these followers that have following me.
I've seen the comments.
Put it this way: they're not from United Kingdom. Yeah, they're all these guys. You know what I mean?
You know what? There's something that just come to me is that term that I'm slightly tweaking it to this conversation. Guru's so close inside you, yet we feel he's so far. People are looking for that one. They can't actually understand how close he is. He's inside you. Yet we're searching, going to these barber, going to this jaggar, going here, going there. Go inside you. And you know what? We're giving things out, and that's been my biggest test. Look, like I said, we're human. We ain't special. We're just like every single one of you. We've got our good traits, our bad traits, yeah?
Human's human, man.
Yeah, and that's us. We got good traits, bad traits.
You could be, spiritually, you can have loads of knowledge. You could be dumb as anything. You might be so bad at your religious side, right? I don't know. You might be really bad. From some perspective, you might be as a bad guy for someone else. But the point is, even the religious guy's human, even the non-religious guy's human, the other religion is human. Everything how simple it is when we say kutte thoda hon itte kutta baitha hobe and say kidda brother what you say ona galla karo he's not human, is he?
No.
But we onu ta chal bahar rakh lende kutte na.
Yeah.
People love dogs, yeah?
Yeah.
How is it possible when you got, okay, we know dogs are amazing. We can learn so much from dogs. Rocky aag chahiye, right? But what I'm saying is, human ni bande naal taiyo nahi bandi panch chora di gal andaron hai chaldi jind hankari nahi sikhiyan nu mandi taiyo to dujjiyan di mehnat utte sardi lalach jad ujad di hai ego o banda maar diya akhir duniya haar di hai ho gal ta सारी प्यार दी है जिंदड़ी ओ दिन चार दी है गल तां सारी प्यार दी है हो गाना बेच बढ़ गया प्रमोशन हो गई गाने दी.
But I can't stress to people, I suppose, you've got to go inside yourself. You know, someone said to me,
we ran out of wood.
Someone said to me a couple of days ago, I feel inside myself, I feel there's so much that I've made errors and guilt and I might be seen like this and I might be seen like that. I said, stop trying to put yourself in a process that you feel you're judging yourself. Have I done right? Have I done wrong?
Yeah.
He said to me, what about if I murdered someone? I said, every murder, even a murder now.
He hasn't, has he?
He hasn't. But he said, what about if I murdered someone? And I said, even in a murder, there's two sides of the story. There's one person who might perceive a murder as it was justified, another one saying it was a disgrace. Look at the long life of of murders. Yeah, someone's died, and Hitler. Let's use Hitler. There'll be people out there who said his murder was justified, it was brilliant, and there'll be others.
He shot himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
He shot himself. He killed himself.
Oh, I didn't even know. Well, that's the wrong one to use.
That?
No, that's how much history. But all right,
check that one out. Talking about murder in two perspectives. Yeah. Look at that perspective. There's a third one there.
Look at the guilt in him.
Yeah.
And his judgment in himself.
Yeah. That mind killed others. That same mind. Look at that. Look how mad that is. If you look at that, Hitler killed all those people. Yeah. Obviously, he didn't care. He killed them. He pressed the button, killed millions of people. Yeah. That same head that made them decisions. He goes,
But you know what?
He said, kill them.
Look at those walls.
The dumb guy. How thick is he?
Look at those walls now, yeah? So the British won the Second World War, yeah?
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
I'm saying this is Hitler's gun, yeah?
Yeah.
He's killing all these people. He's so like crazy about his gun. When his gun turned out, he said, kill him as well. Shot himself as well.
Look at the madness of it.
What the hell?
But look, you know, you talk about the war, yeah? We look back at...
Sorry, my joke.
But this country, on Remembrance Day, they pay homage to those who passed and whatever. But you look at those, they obviously killed Germans in that war, yeah? There would have been Germans shot by British in that war.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we justify those deaths. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but we justify those deaths that they killed those people. Yet, on the other side, they'd be saying their the most disgusting people. They killed our people.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, in a war or in anything, there's two sides. There's perception in different way. I could say it was good. He could say it was bad.
That's why many good men went to wars in many years, and the art of war is. It's the biggest.
But my question.
The biggest test. If you think about it, if you've got to kill someone for your group.
Yeah.
Whether it's your country, whether it's your religion, whether it's what, everyone belongs to some group. But in the art of war, when that happens, you think of the challenges of the good people who don't want to kill anyone. Imagine a guy who's got a lot of compassion and he can't kill a fly, but he's got to kill a human. But these are like the paradoxes that
this is what I'm saying. So in that point that someone said to me, "Wow, how could I live with death?" Even in that, there's context to it. It's all about perception and intention.
No, but you know one thing. You know why people are so anti-death? It's because they're so much into society's life. You're brainwashed with conditioning that is life. You know, like these weddings, and we're grown up with, you know, these in society, the norms of society are, and that's why people gossip. That's why people talk about other people all the time. That's why gossip is a huge problem in our society, in अपने community. The horrible trait, which the Guru says don't do, by the way. The Guru's totally against gossip. Totally against it in India. Yeah, how much does it happen? There's no control over it because you're not going to the Shabad. Then you've got problems out there, wife beaters, and you got alcoholics and violent crimes. What's happening? You can't fix them. They go to the God, Ardaas kariyo. No one's going to the Shabad. The Guru's telling us you need to fight this growth. It's an education.
100%.
They're not getting it. Greed, gambling problems, law, everything.
Look at fights, but Jameen, we always used to laugh at how many fights. You just didn't.
So everything is rooting back to the Guru's teachings. Every conversation, every problem, I don't know where we ended up coming back from. It comes back to, you have to go to the Shabad and you will be able to fix your problems. But you got to. This is not a book that you read and bang, you get the information. You have to show. Someone once said to me, there's a device in Gurbani. There's a device that if you don't have a labor of love towards it, like Dharamseva, you see the kalna as in the labor of love. And if you don't have a real commitment and effort from a seva perspective of being selfless in Sikhi, you will struggle to go too far ahead, because you have to become very selfless. And when I say selfless, I'm not talking about selfless to others. I'm saying like just your devotion to and your connection with your inner self. You have to do a lot for that to maintain that. Otherwise, you would lose that.
I had a guy, and there's an example here. I had a guy come up to me, a doctor, heart surgeon, and he said to me, "I'm struggling. I've had a few issues in my life. I can't get close to a Sikhi." That was his words. How do I get close to Sikhi? How do I understand the word? And I said, how do you want to receive it? And he said, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, how do you want to receive it? And he goes, I want to know the answers. And I said, how much are you, you talked about labor of love. How much do you want to really learn? And he was looking at me all weird. And I said, you're a heart surgeon. How much education, how much time on exams, studying, have you done to get that label of a heart surgeon? Can you put that same graft, that same love, that same time, that same struggle, those hours of not sleeping?
It's not a priority, is it, for him?
To understand your Sikhi.
I hope he's not watching.
He might be, but to be honest, when he listened, it was a bit of a reality check. He looked at me.
I'm sure he does many great things. Saving
No. Look, he does. I'm not putting him down. I'm using him.
Doctor, whoever you are.
I'm using him as an example, and you've got to get to that point of realizing this ain't fast food. Labor of love. Go to your guru, and actually spend the time to understand your guru.
You know a big thing. Why is somebody going to go to the guru? Mr. Heart Surgeon. You're a good guy, by the way. He saves many lives. Well, now you watch it.
No, not at all. I'm not putting the gloat down. It was just a conversation we had.
I want to say something. Just going to pick on him for a bit. The heart surgeon is not going to put that much effort into learning about Sikhi like he did about his heart stuff and his doctory and all that. The reason being because he doesn't know one thing truly. And I'm going to tell you what that is because I wrote in a song. And the song is being made right now.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to sing the song, so we hide the composition. Because otherwise, what it is, when you sing it, it's hard charge it, but I'll build it up, and I'm happy for you to share this on the journey of the next song.
Yeah,
which will come out. And the lyrics are this, so we can do them from a Shairi perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you go here, Rocky? When we did it in London that day, so we went to London and Rocky the Nazi.
In the Black Cab, in the Black
Cab, from the portal, I downloaded it, yeah? So the main thing for the heart surgeon, and to anyone who doesn't go towards Sikhs because you don't realise one thing, and you keep forgetting this, or you don't truly believe this, and that one thing is, you don't believe that. If you ain't getting closer to Sikh, you don't believe that. This might sound like a nice song. You either believe it or you don't. तेरे अंदर ही रब वसदा सारा राह ओही दसदा सारा राह ओही दसदा. God is, I'll use God, Paramatma, Allah, Waheguru, Ram, the divine, the universe exists inside you, inside, not outside. Very simple, like baby language I'm doing. This way, not that way, yeah. मैं गल्लां सिक्खियां from many great teachers that I've had who have
Guru Granth Sahib,
who have been enlightened by the one Sri Guru Granth Sahib, and they really helped me. One thing that helped me was when I was taught to think only inwards and don't go outwards in Sikhi. That was a big changing moment for my Sikhi life. Massive changing moment. So I hope this can trigger somebody inwards. If that happens, I'll be so happy. That's what this song is about, because Sikhi is all going inwards, and there's Shabads that reference it, yeah? Sab kich ghar mein bahar nahi. Sab kich ghar mein, everything is within the home, which is our man. Sab kich ghar mein bahar nahi, bahar tole so param pulahi. I will use this shabd so many times. I will repeat this forever and ever and ever to anyone. I don't need to learn 5 million shabds. I ek shabd tar lo dil de vich. Sab kich ghar mein bahar nahi. Tenu bahar kuch milna hi nahi, Guru ne kehta. You are not going to get anything externally. So what he's saying is keep your focus internally, and watch external will just take care of itself. So outside, to be honest, is just Hukam does out running. But andar nu jana, yeah? So gana jo likhya ho hai, tere andar hi Rabb vasda, tere andar hi Rabb vasda, sara ra ohi dasda, sara ra ohi dasda. All these things that are happening outwards, you don't even need to worry about them because tera andar te aane, tere andar ho vasda.
Yeah, 100%.
Big up the producer of this. We know, should we say his name?
I want you to say
Dr. Zeus.
Wow.
My brother, he's a
respect
very,
for
very
anyone
spiritual man.
helping us on this journey, by the way. And someone of his caliber, big up my brother, Dr.
Zeus. I'll tell you about him in a minute. I'll come on to this. In fact, I'll tell you now.
Go on.
I've known Doc for 20 years. I went toured with him in
you told me about
2005
this,
in Dubai.
Yeah, 20 years.
When Dubai didn't even have, it was basically a desert.
Yeah.
And back in the days, and Dr. Zeus has always been one of the most, there's an aura of him.
Yeah.
When you're around him, he's just a really, really, nice banda. What is all hega? He's a fakir banda. And he won't take any praise. Anyone else giving him praise, even when he sees this, he's like, nah, bro, he's too down to it because he's a
he's a top banda. I've got a lot of love for that bloke.
No, because what it is, lokanu pata nahi. If hundreds of years ago, Bhai Mardana was a fakir with a rabab, yeah. Now, no one can tell me. For me, the people who I feel are fakirs, they might not look like they've got a rabab. They might not look like what you might believe is religious. For me, these are my fakirs. Music jehda banade on this level, music di gal hundi. What is music? Music is bhakti in itself. It's
universal
bhakti on such a big level. Only musicians really will vouch for that, but you understand through arts. All art is bhakti. And what I'm saying is the aura of certain people for many years I've known, and it's a dream come true because I've been really close to him. I've done loads of other stuff, just been around him, and I've been there when Amrinder Gill's albums, Rocky put that thing, that 5 minutes. I was there when Amrinder Gill's albums were recorded by Zeus.
I remember you talking about it.
What's that song? Gwandia the Toll. Is it Gwandia the Toll?
I'm not sure. Mine's always
Gwandia
coming
the
out.
Toll.
Yeah.
Balbiro Pabi, I always tell him.
That was before Under the Influence, wasn't it?
I knew about Doc when.
Before Under the Influence.
Before he was Dr. Seuss, you know, the world knows now. And obviously the Bhangra hardheads will know. He was just next level. So he's been talented for so long, and his sound has travelled, and you know how big it is. And
he's a beautiful guy.
No doubt. I think the whole world is. But then on top of that, I've got such a good relation with him. He's always helped me with some massive breakthroughs in music, whatever I've done.
I know, I'm aware.
And then what he done with this track, he's been saying to me, he never charges for religious stuff. He does a lot of spiritual stuff. All that Delhi had done that he won't. That's what I'm saying. He's a fakir.
Even that day, he said something to me, and I just thought, wow, what a guy.
Like music, fakir type bande, jinna de idhar lagan hundi. Oh, it's not common. It's not common. Yeah, there's a reason why he's had the spiritual
success.
In people who know him. But without going too deep into this, Dr. the boss he wears pants, right? And but he's doing the track with us, and this is the track, and the lyrics of it. Going back to it, you know, is Odi Vadai che me dunga ban gaya. All I'm seeing is the gone this way. So tere andar hi Rabb vasda, tere andar hi Rabb vasda, sara raah ohi dasda, sara raah ohi dasda. Yeah. Fir janam to pehla kitthon aaya bandeya? Where did you come from before you was born? Mitti da sareer kitthon paaya bandeya? Where did you put this dress of this mitti on? Na nahi rehna tera, oda rehna bandeya. Peeran da tu man le kehna bandeya, peeran da tu man le kehna bandeya, as in Guru Nanak Maharaj, Peer, Fakir, say, una da kehna man la, what am I saying? Go to the Shabad, bro. Basically, before you was born, where was you? Before your first birthday, just a couple of hours before, where was you? A day before, think, where the hell was you? You didn't exist here. Where was you? And so, janam to pehla kitthon aaya bandeya, mitti da sareer kitthon paaya bandeya. Then when this body came, where did you put this body on from? I don't know what the hell I'm writing here, how I'm writing it, but it just makes sense at the time.
100%.
I think about it deeply afterwards. When I write it, I'm just writing it to rhyme it.
You're in a zone, but even that, how do you?
And then look, the next, so mitti da sareer kitho paya bandeya, na nahi rehna tera. Your name isn't going to stay here. You know, the one we're trying to preserve. Oda rehna bandeya, peera da tu man le kehna bandeya, peera da tu man le kehna bandeya. Tere andar hi Rabb vasda, tere andar hi Rabb vasda, sara raah ohi dasda, sara raah ohi dasda. Main sara gana nahi sunana.
You know what? Yeah.
Sara gana nahi sunana because it's just, we mentioned it today, and it should be coming soon. That's all I've got to say.
We're coming to the end. I'm trying to summarise what's gone on here. That look, Kaka's got another song on this subject. This subject isn't going away. We will not stop preaching, use that word, pushing the Shabad Guru, because we see the chaos in this world. There is a fire, and at the moment, that fire is just getting bigger because everyone, the whole world, or most of the world, doesn't seem to be addressing the issues, but also addressing where they're going to get the way out. Shabad Guru is ours. So when you come to us, we will help every single person. We don't stop helping people. We have launched SIMWEP, Sikhs in Mental Wellness. It's a program that we have launched. We will not stop, because Shabad Guru is the savior. We know it. It's helped us. It's helped others around it. And you know what? That pedestal of where that Shabad Guru is, we are going to keep telling you to go that way. Keep telling you to go that way. We will sit with you and help you bridge to get that way. But Shabad Guru is the only outcome that is going to get you out of this world. Yeah, and get you out of this hard place that you're in. There's so much love out there. Anyone seeking to get that love, again, it's only going to come from Shabad Guru. So here at Dharamseva, you're going to hear us talk about mental health, wellness, well-being. Thank you for anyone who's listened. Keep reaching out. Love to everyone. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.